Hey everybody, welcome to another Age of Grogu, and I've got with me Max, and tonight we are going to be watching Daredevil Born Again, Episode 1. Um, okay, Max, quick recap. What were your thoughts on the original Daredevil series 1 through to 3?
Oh, that was just a highlight for me in Marvel TV. I mean, that was such a great show. The fight choreography was great, but each season they kept trying to up themselves, which made the show better. Like I think by the third season there was like a 11-minute one shot sequence with some
Yeah,
crazy fight scenes. And when the Punisher show came in, like that first season too, especially, tried to one up them with just the amount of gratuitous violence.
right. Which the
I don't know.
Punisher should do.
I loved a lot of those Netflix shows, especially a lot of all the first seasons were great.
Yeah,
But Daredevil was my number one
yeah,
out of all those shows, and I can't wait for more. I loved Charlie Cox as Daredevil.
yeah.
I love the whole cast. I thought they were all just fantastic.
Yeah, I watched season one when it originally came out 10 years ago. How crazy is that? I originally, watched season one, and then between that and all the other Marvel shows at the time, I kind of fell off the continue watching list. So I only just in the last month or so watched all of Daredevil seasons one, two to three, and also
Defenders.
Defenders as well, which you told me in that order kind of thing. So I still will eventually catch up on the rest of all the other shows. But for now, I thoroughly enjoyed where the show went. I like how they upped the ante each season. And I love where they left off on season three because it definitely left us wanting more of that world and that universe. And that's where I'm kind of sitting there going, I was a little concerned when Disney started it, and then they did this whole shooting schedule, and they dropped everything when COVID happened and rewrote it, because it felt like Disney were doing what they usually try to do, which is rewrite the scenario of what the original context was and give us something that is very different than where the character was when they left off when we last saw them from a different universe, so to speak. And I kind of was like concerned, but then I keep hearing now that it picked up. They changed the writing style, they changed the
Yeah, this
format
is like a
to really be a season four of what we have left off at. And I feel like that we've seen that in the trailers and the that have come out.
yeah. I think
So
they've done a good job at showing that it's not just Matt that's back. It's
right,
Foggy.
yeah,
It's everyone, including the Punisher's coming back, and obviously Fisk has already been back, but it's
yeah,
cementing the
yeah,
connection between what Fisk has been doing in shows like
yeah.
Hawkeye and Echo, and now from what he's done in Daredevil.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the fact that we're seeing Matt Murdock both in Spider-Man as well as in
She Hulk.
She-Hulk. Thank you. Yes. It's there were fun ways to see that character, but I do want to see what this season is going to be like, and the fact
Yeah,
this
it's going to be
episode
fun to
is.
see him in his element.
Yeah, I agree too, and I'm hoping Disney hit the mark. I guess we're about to find this out because the episode is dropped, so we're going to check this out on three, two, and let's do it. One. I'm trying to figure out if that's a miniature or not, or is that a real location?
No, they're in New York City.
Yeah, no, just saying it looks beautifully lit. Wow. I do hope they keep the theme, his theme score.
Yes, I did love that theme.
Yeah,
Nostalgia or not, it's hard to believe Carrie's retiring.
So many retiring, leaving, and it's 30% of the force in the last 2 years.
Are those numbers legit?
My numbers are always.
lots of exposition, but still cool.
Really?
Really?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Not
I
underestimating
keep
her.
forgetting that's Kirsten
You get
McDuffie. She was in the Netflix
I
show.
have learned.
She's another lawyer.
The lawyer. Okay, all right. Oh, she's another
I
lawyer. Okay.
completely forgot. I was like, why does she look so familiar?
Oh, okay. No, she looks familiar. I was just trying to remember who she was. No, she's not.
Yeah, I could
Okay,
not.
okay.
I could not remember.
Let's
I
see.
hadn't watched that show in years. I don't think I've
Yeah.
rewatched that.
Okay.
She's done that.
Yeah.
Oh, I've just never a little dated.
Really?
Yeah.
Oop. Here we go.
Oh, I love those gloves. Did you see the symbol on it?
Yeah. I don't know. Who is it?
You'll see.
White Tiger? Oh.
Yeah, White Tiger would be in white.
Oh, okay.
After that thing
This
in
is someone
Red Hook,
meaner.
said he's getting threats.
Okay. Looks like they're going with this. Yeah. Yeah. Looks like they're going a lot more CGI.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's
Yeah.
allowing him to be a lot more comic
Flexible.
accurate to his movements.
Yeah.
He wanted to know where you were.
Oh no. It's a trap. No, they're not going to. No. You're not gonna kill Foggy. You're not. Really? No, 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 no. They are not gonna kill Foggy. Seriously?
They might.
Oh shit!
Bullseye.
Oh shit! It is Bullseye. Oh! Yeah, Bullseye was the only other person I could think of, and I wouldn't expect to see him. Okay.
That's how season 3 ended. Was he
Oh,
got
yeah,
the,
that's it.
enhancement.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they enhanced him within every stay,
Wow.
but oh man,
Ooh shit.
Matt's gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Matt's gonna he's gotta kick Bullseye's ass for this.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh.
I do love how they're fighting.
Yeah.
It's just like Bullseye just throwing everything at each other, which is
Yeah.
exactly how
Like-
they fight.
I like they're doing the camera move too.
Yeah, I mean the cinematography is pretty good. It's definitely different from the Netflix show, but it's
I agree
still
there, yeah.
really cool to look at.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think their movements are slicker in this version. It's not. It's obviously a lot
Yeah.
more CGI and edited, but
Yes. Yeah. Which is noticeable, unfortunately. There's.
yeah, but the way they're throwing
Yeah.
stuff at each other is really cool, and it looks good.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Oh.
There's something going on downstairs.
Oh.
Esther is the worst,
Wow.
just consistently. Yeah, this looks really good.
Shit.
Oh, he reversed it. He reversed it. This is the exact kind of stuff I wanted to see from them in live action.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ooh.
Oh, I know what's gonna happen. I don't want to say it,
Push him off the building. Or...
but maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like how we're hearing the heartbeat.
Yeah, from his point of view, yeah. Yeah, that's what I figured. Damn.
Well, not point of view.
Point of sound. I did not expect. Come on, they bring him back to kill him in the first like 2 minutes. No. Wow. Who ordered the hit?
Better.
Oh!
He just does it.
He
Oh
just
my
did it.
god.
Wow. Wow.
I know exactly which arc they're
Damn.
doing. Oh man.
Wow. Well, I took care of it. Oh, what the hell?
Heartbeat. You can still hear the
Yeah.
Brucely. Good old Maddie Catholic Guilt Murdoch.
Yeah. Interesting. Ah,
Good
that sucks.
song.
Okay, that was an opening.
Yeah, that's one way to open it. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
that was great.
yeah. I wonder if a certain amount of time will pass then, and
Yeah.
where this moment in time was. All right, you said there's an arc that they're following from the comics while we're looking
All I'll
through
say
the
is it
credits.
seems like Chip Zdarsky stuff.
Okay, I don't know what that is, of course, but I
Chip
guess I gotta
Zdarsky's
find
the
it.
writer. He did
Right.
not the current Daredevil run, but the one before it, and it was.
Okay.
It's. I think most people hail it, or at least I hail it as
Right.
the best modern Daredevil run of all time. I think it was just an absolute feat.
Okay.
The things he accomplished in that run.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil that run because I encourage everyone to
Definitely
read it.
don't.
But it's
No, definitely
already
not.
taking some notes from that run.
Okay.
That you
Oh, a year later. Okay.
Just really eating a single asparagus. He's doing the same thing Matt does.
Oh yeah. No, I like the transition there. It's cool.
Some fun parallels.
Yeah.
Come on. Stop it, both of you. Don't be little boys squabbling over pennies when you're set to earn millions.
Is he not happy with her?
She's not running the business the way he would, I'm guessing. I
Yeah.
think he'd be a lot firmer than she is.
Yeah.
I was broken, shattered. And for months I had to.
Oh, this is after Echo, right?
Hawkeye, he got shot in the head.
Yes, I mean Hawkeye. Yeah.
I just wanted to catch you alone. See how you are before tomorrow.
Thank you.
Is he dating Kirsten McDuffie right now?
Which is what
Yeah, Lester's like a psychopath. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Don't get to see Foggy again today. Or tomorrow, or ever.
Oh, right. He's not Lester in this show. He's Poindexter.
without the possibility of parole for each count to be served consecutively.
Yeah, that'll go great.
Something tells me he'll get out.
I keep forgetting they changed his name in the show. Yeah, in the comics, his name is just Lester, isn't that the last
Oh.
name? In this show, he's Benjamin Poindexter.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Besides, I'm not him anymore.
He tends to give up the Daredevil leash a little too often.
I was gonna say it's crazy how often he does this.
Oh, they do that in the comics?
Kind of.
Okay, all right, okay. If it's a going trait,
Not
then
as
that's
much
fair
as the
enough.
show, comparatively.
Yeah.
A big part of Matt's character is Catholic guilt, just absolutely just wreaking him,
Okay,
and him being like, I can't do this anymore.
right.
My name is Wilson Fisk.
Oh boy.
Gotta find that radio
Yeah.
station.
Vigilantes, they run rampant. I'm afraid. Bad cops will. They just don't care. To fix this system, to fix our city. Tonight
I know
I'm
what he's
declaring
doing.
my candidacy.
I gathered that from the trailers that he was running for mayor, so...
He also
Oh.
says it in Echo, I believe.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You're even in the Bieber report, and you're blowing up, sir. I mean, a lot of engagement, a lot of depth, a lot of spread. People sharing memes.
This guy's about to become his new number one, right? His new fixer.
It's like a lab
Yeah.
was too excited to work for Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
Mayor Fisk. That's the coolest fucking thing on the planet.
Oh, there's something about this kid.
Yeah.
I was just about to ask you what you're looking to get out of therapy. Kirsten
Oh.
said that you were
Ah.
looking for a therapist.
Nope.
It's been some time, hasn't it? Wondering if we could have a little chat.
If he doesn't start this conversation talking about how when he was a boy something terrible happened to him, I'll be
Yeah.
severely disappointed.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no. I tried to mentor someone, but... Well, that's the closest I've come.
Because they mentioned Echo.
Yeah.
Younger generation, what can we do?
What a weird dynamic they have right now.
Yeah.
This is not the way I expected
Real
this
man of
conversation to
people.
go.
A rich man,
Yeah.
by his very nature, is self-serving. You liked being on that rooftop with Dex. Liked how it felt, didn't you?
Pushing his buttons.
Giving no quarter. Should you go back to any of your old activities,
He's going to be there to keep him in
there
line.
will be consequences. Good day, sir.
I know it's like comic accurate, but I love the idea of someone saying, yeah, vigilantes are illegal, man. Like they
Uh-huh.
always have been.
Yeah.
That's my favorite Batman line is they've always
Yeah.
been criminals.
Wilson Fisk has been elected the 112th
Huh.
mayor of New York City.
Oh,
Everything
shit.
I do in the first episode.
Yeah, they jump pretty quickly.
It's interesting. They need more vigilantes, technically,
Oh yeah.
because you can't just have Daredevil not running around.
Yeah.
It makes sense to bring, especially to bring in Punisher this season. In the comics, it was a big event, Devil's Reign,
Right.
which brought in all the New York heroes, and that was a really fun
Gotcha.
event.
I'm surely they'll mention and background other characters from the MCU sooner or later. Wouldn't
I
surprise
think
me.
this is going to have ramifications across other projects. I kind of want to. I think in Spider-Man 4, he's not. He's going to be a legal vigilante more than an
Right.
Avenger.
Yeah.
I know about Adam, Vanessa.
What?
Uh-oh. She's found somebody else.
Do not kill him.
Not that man anymore.
Is she gonna get past episode 1, do you think?
Vanessa?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's gonna kind of need her as a false front, being the mayor, though.
Yeah, but I guess their marriage is a sham now.
Yeah.
She was the only thing she ever she was the only thing he ever loved.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What was that shot?
What, the painting?
Yeah.
She doesn't give a fuck, remember?
This is another thing they showed us in the trailer.
Like professional advice.
Huh.
I love New York.
The way he's trying to look human at the end is crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like this is what's going to be shown every election when someone doesn't like the winner.
Yep.
Now he's got to be Daredevil again because Fisker's mayor. He's not going to let that happen.
Yeah.
He's not going to let that go unanswered.
Yeah.
The one thing that they really hammered into, that's a great shot. The one thing they hammered into that third season of the show was how petty Matt could be. I still remember when Fisk was getting married, and he just calls Bullseye and he goes, "Yeah, I don't think you should have a happy wedding."
Yeah. Well, okay, that was interesting. I did not expect them to actually kill off Foggy Nelson in the first episode. I was kind of hoping he would have been around. I had heard rumors they were going to kill him, and I know the original script from the original stuff they shot, he was already dead, is what I understood. So we never actually saw any of that, and they picked up a year later and all that sort of thing. So did that happen in the comics? Is that kind of like a comic accurate moment?
I'm not going to spoil. I know I'm going to become the guy that spoils stuff. I'll tell you off stream.
Okay. All right. Okay.
What happens with Foggy and dying?
Okay. All right.
Because there's a fun story, but I don't want to spoil it.
Well, I wouldn't want to know anyway. But they do actually kill Foggy in an episode in a comic book element.
Everyone's died. I mean,
okay, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. That makes sense. So yeah, I wasn't really truly expecting that, but then at the same time, it's like, okay, I miss the character. I'm going to miss that character being in this series because I kind of enjoy the actor and what he brought to the table. He was the heart of the group, and it's like, yeah. So with that said, I thought it was pretty dynamic. I liked the first episode. I thought it was a good dynamic episode. It had some. The CG stuff definitely took me out because they used a lot more practical stunt work. Obviously, they did the CG stuff. I think in this as a quick, shooting that sort of stuff technically takes like days just to get single shots sometimes.
I think this is also a different look they were going for, though. It wasn't. I know it was Netflix was the way they did it was these big practical sets and these long, elaborate shots.
Yeah.
But this was a lot more fluid in a sense. It was trying to mimic the comics and very posy action, very quick, very.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Very fluid in a sense. The way that they were throwing stuff at each other, bouncing stuff. Matt was redirecting stuff. It was more comic book accurate and less just the first The Netflix shows were just straight up brutal. He would turn the lights out and just beat some ass.
I do
this
like
one.
that.
He was a lot more fluid.
I do like the fact they use the same cinematic choices of keeping the still camera for long periods of shots, even though they obviously cut between the shots and blended certain things together. But it still looked
good. It still looked really good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There was a shot that I'm pretty sure must have been like at least 70% CGI when he jumps onto the roof and does that pose.
Yes,
that was the kind of that to me that was so great. That was that. Yeah. It made it just really heightened the whole scene.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I completely forgot about Bullshot, right? So Bullshot, yes,
Bullseye.
Bullseye. Sorry, yeah. Don't ask me why I forgot about him, but it's just like, yeah. My biggest thing is who put the hit out on Foggy, and why was that the thing? And I can see from your face right there, you know, obviously who put the hit out
I'm
on
not
him.
saying nothing.
And please
I
don't.
am not saying nothing.
Please don't. But yeah, yeah, I enjoyed episode 1. I thought it was. There's still these slightly different tones, but I think it's the beginning of the season, so it's like it's getting adjusted to a new fitting to a certain degree. But I feel like they definitely hit the mark more than they missed it, in my opinion, with where it left off.
It feels like somewhere between a continuation and a reboot in a good way.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
It feels like the characters' lives have progressed. It doesn't feel like the next season, but it feels like if you jumped into 3 seasons later of Daredevil, which is good. I mean, it feels like these characters have aged. They didn't try and just do what would happen immediately after the end of the last one. But they brought in enough stuff to actually close some ties in a way. I mean, they brought in Bullseye, who was a big part of season 3, and you know, this season they gave him a makeshift costume that wasn't Daredevil's costume. And you know, he ended up in jail, and that was a good. You know, Matt got to see he's alive. He had to fight him. And then the biggest piece about the whole thing was Matt tried to kill him. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was good. I mean,
it was coming, and I was still. He's not. I thought he was going to actually die. I really thought he was going to.
Yeah. They're obviously keeping him around though for something in the future. I'm guessing. So
the one slight comic book spoilery thing I'll say is the start of Chip Zdarsky's run starts with the idea of Daredevil had just killed someone, and now he's weak with guilt. And this is playing off. That's the pitch for the book. It's not even like a spoiler. It's like the pitch for the book. But this it's kind of similar to this show. He tried to kill someone, and now he's weak with guilt. Even though it was the worst person he knows, he's still like, oh, I can't believe I did that.
Well, as we said as we were watching it, though, he has given up the hood. You know, the cape, the cow, I should say. He's given it up before in the earlier series. So. It's like, okay, I feel I can get a copy of the same thing, but since you said he does it constantly or more or less in the comics, then it's like, okay, so he's constantly fighting with that religious element of his soul where he will keep fighting that in the future, and
it's this whole thing is guilt. He's wreaked by Catholic guilt to the point of just like. He sees himself as almost an extension of God in a way. He's not just dispensing criminal justice; he's dispensing God's justice and God's
he'll put the cow on when he needs to put it back on again, and then take it off when he feels.
I think this was the point. I don't think he's going to stay down too long.
Sure.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like he's going to. I don't think it's going to be another whole season of him no mask.
It's moving very quickly compared to what we had read about the original script before the COVID, had hit when they was shooting it, and they.
It's interesting how they did keep parts of that, though. I thought a lot more of that. A lot of that information of that leaked, and some of that stuff was in this episode, and we saw it. I'm surprised it didn't get changed. Not because it's bad or anything. I'm just surprised because people knew what would happen. I think, especially Foggy's death or something that was just. People had set photos of it. They were filming in New York. People were just taking photos of Foggy on the ground, just like, oh man.
Really? See, I missed all of
months
that.
Ago, so I had no reaction.
I didn't. So that was kind of new for me. I'd only read that they had killed him in the original, iteration. Was apparently he was off the scene. They hadn't seen it, and then apparently when they did the reshoots. They actually had the 3 actors there in the street. It's like, oh yes, it looks great. They're all back together again, and this and that. And so I'm again, I'm happy to see where that's going. I'm happy. They move Wilson Fisk's becoming mayor very quickly.
I like that. I think it's good they speed around it.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
If you knew he was going to be mayor all season, it'd be weird for them to do a whole season of him running for mayor.
No, but I would imagine that might have been like episode 2 or 3. So obviously, with that in mind, they sped that up. It means that they got hopefully something to tell over these next several episodes.
Yeah, I think it's going to be about the idea of Fisk's idea of taking vigilantes off the streets means
starting it from the beginning and not halfway through the season or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's gonna be interesting.
I wish we had Luke Cage and Jessica Jones around. I mean, it'd be great to get the
Well,
the Defender's back.
that's where it obviously goes. You got those characters. I'm curious whether he's going to mention anything about Spider-Man, because if we are
I
in
don't
that
think they're
same.
allowed to.
Yeah, probably
There
not.
was already something that Marvel put out where the one thing
Oh
that they're
yeah,
not allowed to do is
is
they don't have the Sony still owns the television rights to live action
gotcha.
Spider-Man.
Okay, so they can't
Um,
use Spider-Man's name in it. So
I'm
yeah.
sure they can mention like if they go the Webhead or the Peter or something like that, but I don't think they
Maybe,
can say
yeah.
Spider-Man. Maybe they
Okay.
can. Who knows?
Who knows? Well, either way, I guess it's on to episode 2, so we're going to jump into that. If you enjoyed our reaction to episode 1, please like and subscribe, and continue watching as we will be going into the rest of this series, and looking forward to checking it out. So we'll catch you later.